Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Shin Kim teaching the United States history. Through the first class actually deal with the native Indian. Through the second class deal with the colonization by Spain and France. Today actually my topic is English colonization. So Spain and France actually dominated in North America in the first era, and actually their national religion is Catholic, Roman Catholic Church. And a little bit later, England or Great Britain or British, actually they came and their national actually religion is Church of England, belong to Protestantism. It is called Church of England or Anglican Church. So, even though Spain and France came early to the North America, but a little bit later, actually, Great Britain actually arrived in North America. But there is a power actually change in North America. Walter Raleigh actually attempted to colonize the coast of North Carolina in 1585. Actually, during that time, it was a period of Queen Elizabeth. During the last week, Elizabeth II, she died, and many actually people actually many nations actually tried to visit to England because of in order to attending her funeral. That means a lot of nation a long time ago belonged to many nations belong to Great Britain, and that is the starting point. Walter Raleigh actually from him actually in the period of Elizabeth era actually they start colonize the world, and the British introduced Protestantism. Actually, yeah. Before actually founding of the North America, there was a Reformation movement against the Roman Catholic Church by Martin Luther broke out in Western Europe, and many nations divided by their own religion. Some nation belong to Catholic Church, but some church belong to Protestantism. Britain actually chose Church of England, Protestant Church. That's why Protestantism to Massachusetts and New Netherlands. Previously, actually, New Netherlands is New Amsterdam in modern city called New York City. New York City old name is New Amsterdam, belong to Netherlands. But a little bit later, British actually invaded that area. They actually took that area, and Virginia, Carolina colony, and the Lower Canada. So the more actually Great British extend their power, they start actually colonize more land in North America, not limited on North America, throughout the world. So today actually lesson focusing on the power or expansion of Great Britain in America. One of the guy called Captain John Smith. Maybe you may heard of his name, John Smith, especially the movie Pocahontas. It is a cartoon movie. Okay, if you have any available time, try to watch this movie, Pocahontas. Actually, Captain John Smith is an England guy. He's a soldier, explorer, author. He is known for his incredible adventure and expedition. That's why he arrived in North America and he traveled around the North America. So one day actually he entered the territory of Native Indian, and the Native Indian tried to kill John Smith. But suddenly princess called Pocahontas, she actually persuaded not to kill him. And a little bit later, they fall in love, and finally they marry to each other. They become husband and wife. And also John Smith actually become involved with the Virginia Company of London, plan to colonize Virginia for actually profit. And also by him maybe the Jamestown actually was founded, and the Jamestown site as a location for colony. Jamestown looks like the capital city of British colonization in North America, the main actually city. Yeah, everybody knows that now the national capital is Washington D.C. Okay, Washington D.C. But long time ago, in the beginning, especially the British colonization, it looks like Jamestown is the capital city, because this Jamestown was the first city to be founded by British settler. That's why. And this is the map. Maybe you may see the Europe, and it looks like there's the England is it looks like Ireland, departed London, and they actually cross the Atlantic Ocean and arrive in some area of Virgin Island, the Dominica some area, and step by there, and they coming to Jamestown. Okay, Jamestown. Some actually several hundred people actually alive in Jamestown on May 13, 1607. So from that moment, so many British people coming to the North America. So many people, even in South Korea, many people actually misunderstood Mayflower or Puritan is the first person who come to the United States. That's not true, okay? That's not true. The first person, actually, they are normal people, okay? They are normal people, especially by the British government. They start sending a lot of people. And some people actually arrive in Jamestown on May 13, 1607. It looks like 13 years earlier than Puritan. Okay, so they found the ocean routes, and following this way, now it is a starting point of that so many England people coming to North America. So England people, they are called Anglo-Saxon, okay, Anglo-Saxon, white guys alive in North America, especially Jamestown in Virginia. And English colonization, English people actually established Jamestown, Virginia. This is, as I said, the first actually city was established by the Britain maybe government. Especially, there are a lot of commercial. Okay, London Company sent 3 ships with 144 settlers. And they brought back furs, animal skin, and the timber. It looks like a tree. And they found some natural resources and bring back to the England. And the first time, it looks like a failure at first time. And many people refused to work. In the beginning, it is extremely hard because there is no house, no water, and there is no actually village. So already the starting point is extremely hard. Just imagine, to establish one house, it takes more than 1 year, okay? So in order to building one city, it takes several years. So every time in the beginning is extremely difficult. And this is one of the picture of the Jamestown. Look at the picture. Well, it looks like, yeah, small house, only several small houses, and little bit small storage, yeah. And it is near to the river because the fishing, they need food. Through the actually first class, I already explained about eastern area is woodland. There are a lot of trees, rivers, mountains, animals. So maybe they start hunting, fishing, and go out and cut the tree, and through the house was made of wood, but it was in the beginning it is extremely hard to establish their one city. And Jamestown and England set governor to rule over their colonies. So the more people coming, England government sent the governor to rule over the people. And life, as I said, life was very difficult. And there are swamp area with mosquitoes. Yeah, during the summer, so many mosquitoes. Okay, especially if there is water, that means so many insects. And the settler puts native Indian off their land. Yeah, through the first class, I already explained about conflict between the white guys, Anglo-Saxon versus native Indians. I already explained about that. And but time go pass away. Now many people figure out there are so many agricultural resources in North America. Especially they found the tobacco. Yeah, many people actually love the smoking. Okay, smoking. So they actually made a big farming in Virginia, extended to Carolina area, and the more actually they raised so many vegetables, tobacco, pumpkins, even turkey, potato, something like that. Okay, the biggest one is tobacco and cotton. Okay, tobacco and cotton. Agriculture means they need a lot of labor. Labor means they need a lot of people. So that's why so many actually British governor actually they send so many settlers to the North America, and from the Europe actually coffee bean, peachy pear, yeah, they exchange, they start exchange. So a lot of actually businessmen, they have interest in how make money, how make a profit, and they figure out North America has a lot of chance. So that's why so many people coming here. And also Protestantism. The Church of England is a Protestant church, was listed in the colony of Virginia in 1619. And authority in England sent 22 Anglican pastors. And England Protestant settlers sought to religious freedom from the Church of England. During that time, Great Britain has only one religion called Church of England. Other religion, including Catholic Church, Presbyterian, Baptist, other denominations were considered of a heretic, non-authentic. So they don't have any religious freedom. That is also another starting point of so many religious groups coming to United States in order to find free worship. Okay, in England, they cannot have their own worship service because their religion was not approved by the government. That's why. So many denomination, Protestant denomination and the Catholic Church in England, they coming to North America. That is another actually reason why so many people coming to North America. British North American colonies were settled in the 17th century in the face of European religious persecution. As I said, refused to compromise, had religious conviction, and fled Europe. Yeah, that's why. Not only limited to England, okay, France, Spain, Netherlands, Switzerland, Germany. So many people, okay, so many people. In their nation, they don't have any freedom, any personal freedom, because during that time, it was European class is centered to the king and the noble group, okay, high class and low class. Low class has no chance to advance their status. That's why. Because of so many complex regions, so many Europeans coming to United States, including British, England, English people. So these settlers were finally, one of the religious group called Puritans, okay, Puritans. They also coming to North America before the English Civil War. So that's why so many people heard of the name of Puritan. Puritan is, they are Calvinist, okay, Calvinist. Looks like a Presbyterian. Definitely their founder is John Calvin, okay, John Calvin in Geneva, Switzerland. And they wanted to reform the Church of England, but they were refused and they were persecuted by the Britain government. That's why so many Puritans coming to North America. And one of the first group called Primus Colony in Massachusetts in 1620. Around 50 separatists. They are not Puritan, okay? So many people actually they are confusing. Actually, Mayflower is Puritan. No, that's not true. Okay, that's not true. Mayflower they are non-denominational. Okay, non-denominational. That's actually starting point of so many religious Protestant group coming to United States. Primus, actually through the ship called Mayflower, they coming. Actually, 50 separatists coming from Holland, okay? Some English people going to the Netherlands. Another name is Holland. Actually, from Holland, actually, they coming to North America. So where was Mayflower supposed to go in the beginning? Their first goal is going to the Virginia, okay? Jamestown. That's their goal. But unfortunately, there was a big storm and they lost their route. By accidentally, they settled in Cape May in Massachusetts. So that's not their first goal. They wanna go to the Virginia, but by mistake, by also the big storm, actually they go to the Northway. So it was unpredictable and it was extremely cold. That's why it is extremely hard to survive in the first winter. Okay. Following Mayflower. Okay. Now there are so many migration. Actually, yeah, USA is the land of migration. Okay. First, over France, Spain, and England, Germany, Switzerland, Europeans, and a little bit later, Asians, also Latin Americans. Still, actually, USA is called, okay, the nation of migration. English colonization differ from Spain and France. Spain send soldier army, okay, and France actually they send businessmen, commercial, but England actually settle people who live in here. Maybe that's actually totally different paradigm. So that's why England dominates in North America, because more people coming means more dominance, okay? But unfortunately, only Spain send the army, and France only send commercial people. But English government had no desire to create a centralized empire in New World. English government have only one goal: colonization of North America. So that's why they send their governor to here. So England send a lot of people, settler, and booming population. So many people come in England. Competition for land because the land is huge. Or it seems like in here and in California, the house is so totally expensive. The land is extremely expensive, and because of inflation, it is extremely hard to getting also food and also job. But in the beginning, the land is free. Everything is free. Wherever you go, you establish your house. That land belong to you. It seems okay. There was the government is so weak. So anybody coming to North America, and go to some mountain or some field, and you make a territory, and you made your one house. That land, that house belong to you. So many low class who doesn't have any money, who doesn't have any house, they coming to North America because North America is the land of opportunity. So many opportunity. Still, USA is the land of opportunity. That's why you coming to USA, and it seems like there are so many capitalism, so many people has big money, but still I believe America, USA is the land of the opportunity. So low class farmers who didn't have any land, they coming to North America to having their land for the job. Okay, so many migration. Motive for migration to America, religious. As I said, during that time, every European country has their own national religion, except national religion. Other religion was not acceptable. Government persecuted non-religious people who doesn't actually accept the national religion. So many people coming to USA for religious freedom. Also escape from poverty. They don't have any land in Europe, but they have they can choose their land in here. Even English government during that time, so many criminal in prison. Okay, in prison in England. So instead of prisoner in prison, maybe the better way is send the prisoner to USA, North America, and explore the land. That's the better way. That's why English government set free, and so many prisoners actually also they came to North America. So it was a mixed one. Okay, mixed one. New England, now so many Puritans actually came here, and the Puritans established the Massachusetts Bay Colony in 1629 with 400 settlers. Look at the map. Usually Jamestown is located Virginia, little bit south area, okay? But this is the Puritan area. So look at the map. From actually western country, usually from England, Puritan, okay, Puritan pilgrims. Actually, they arrive in Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Vermont. Okay, these 6 actually state called New England. New England. Yeah, there was New England, okay, New England. Actually, Puritan established New England, okay, New England. Beginning in 1630, around more than actually 20,000 Puritans immigrate to New England, from England, okay? From England to New England to gain religious liberty, to the liberty to worship, and the most settled in New England. So northern part, okay, Massachusetts, Maine, New Hampshire, there is no name of Vermont, but Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, okay, these 6 actually is called New England. Even there are famous American football team called New England, okay, New England. Actually, Puritan actually coming to northern part of the British colonization, but southern part actually Virginia, other area there are Church of England. So in the beginning, even according to the area, 13 colonies, it was also divided by the religion. And the Puritans also found Harvard University. Harvard University is the first university in America. So this is the first actually college. It has only 3 buildings, okay? It's starting with the seminary. train the clergy, change the future pastors. Okay, so Harvard is the pastor's name. And when he died, actually he donated his book, and with his book they can establish a library, and they starting their university. So now it is one of the famous university around the world. Maybe you and me and your children, we are expecting go to Harvard University. And this university is established by the Puritans. And the British colony is composed of three parts. Look at the map. A little bit purple area, New England. Okay, New England. Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut. Okay, Connecticut. This area called New England by Puritan. Middle area, middle colony called New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware. Okay, even maybe including, three actually states. Yeah, around 15 years ago, I live in New Jersey. I live in British colony a long time ago. And southern colony called Virginia, okay? Maryland, Virginia, North, South Carolina, Georgia. As I said, Virginia in Jamestown. Jamestown considered of looks like a capital city in the British colonization. Because of the predominance of Protestants among those coming from England, the English colony become almost Protestant by the time of American Revolution. So yeah, it looks like so many people coming from England. Actually, most of them they are Presbyterian Puritans. Okay, so the New England colony occupied by Puritan. Okay. Some kind of a Calvinist, and the southern colony occupied by the Church of England. New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, so many other denominations, including the Quaker, maybe from some Presbyterian reformers, and other also some Baptist. So many denominations, especially Pennsylvania, accept every religion. That's why. The territory that will become the 13th colony in 1776. What happened in 1776? Independence, okay? Independence from England. USA was born in 1776. Birthday year of USA is 1776. Was largely populated Protestant. So Anglo-Saxon, okay, Anglo-Saxon, white guys, white people, and Protestant. This is one of the characteristics of British colonization. That's why, look at the color, United States of America, liberty, okay, freedom, religious freedom, individual freedom. So even in the money, they write down this word, in God we trust. Because the British colonization was established in the spirituality of Protestantism, okay, Christian church. Even whenever new president was elected, he make oath, he swear his hands on the Bible. So whenever actually, look at the picture, and Joe Biden, and even he's a Catholic, but his hands on the Bible. Okay, this church, this nation, the spirituality, religious spirituality, is based on the Christianity. Even though USA never chose Christianity as a national religion, there is a religious freedom in the USA, but the religious spirituality is based on Christianity, especially Protestantism. Look at the map. There was 13 actually colony. Red part is British colonization. Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Vermont, New York, and Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, Delaware, Virginia, North, South Carolina, Georgia. 13 colonies belong to Britain. But as I said, look at the little bit yellow area. That land is huge, okay? Huge compared to British colonization. That land belonged to France. Green part belong to Spain. So New England, okay? New France, New Spain. What does it mean? As soon as British established 13 colonization, there will be war. There will be great conflict between France and England. Okay, they especially from long time ago, France and England they have a long enemy. Okay, they hate each other. So many war between France and England. Finally, even in North America, there will be great war between France and England. England wanted to expand their territory, but France already established their colonization. So a little bit later, definitely there is a war called French and Indian War. Okay, French and Indian War, almost a 9 years war in North America. So that war is between the France versus Britain, England, and the land claim. So we already look at the map, okay? The 13 colony is extremely small, but British colonization is extremely huge. Finally, there is some conflict. So control, because of the control or domination of North America, there was a war and 9 years. And there are so many native Indians join in the war. That's why Indian War, okay? Some Indians actually support France and some Indians support British. But finally, British won. I think one of their reason is there is more population, English population in North America. But France should send their army from France. But except the army, there was no French people living in French colonization. But as we already previously studied, British government sent more people. That's why British won. British controlled massive new land, and the war was very costly. So after winning the war, actually British recast French land. So there are a lot of actually some movies actually dealing with this French and Indian war. One of the good movie called The Last Mohican. Okay, The Last of the Mohicans, and a little bit more old movie called also another movie. So when you look at the poster of the movie, there is native Indians because so many native Indians joining in French and Indian war. So if you get any chance, try to see the movie, The Last of the Mohican. It is a little bit sad. So many native Indians actually they died because of the war between the France and it's not their war, but this war happened in their territory. That's why so many native Indians joining in the war. And proclamation of 1763. So look at the map before the war. Okay, before the French and the Indian war, British colonization only 13 colonization, little bit small. But after war, look at right side map. Suddenly, British American colonies extended more land. Their land extended to Mississippi River. Maybe it seems like 3 times bigger. Okay, around 3 times bigger. So finally, British has won the war against France, and they gain more territory. And through the 18th century, there are some kinds of political integration and so many group of people from England, they coming to North America because they didn't like the king, they didn't like the law in England in order to find religious freedom and in order to find new land, cheap or free, and also personal freedom. Yeah, American spirituality is based on the individualism, and yeah. So in the European territory continent, there are high class, low class. Low class people, they were persecuted by the high class. So low class people, a lot of low class people coming to North America. Some people actually forced to leave, some criminal, and there was general agreement that Americans would not pay any tax to England since they have no representative, because British government send their governor to North America. So the people who live in North America, they don't have any authority to choose their one politician. So there was no politician chosen by the North America. So that means they don't need to pay tax. But a little bit later, British government always the war cost a lot of money. Okay, even now there was a war between Ukraine and Russia, and so many money. Okay, so many people die, so many buildings were destroyed. And even one missile cost so much money. So during that time, after the war, after the France and Indian war, actually British government a lot of debt. So they, in order to making more money, actually they try to collect some tax. So they start collecting some tax from the native, from the people who live in North America. So Stamp Act, the Township Act, the Coloring Act, the Williams, so many actually tax. Suddenly, yeah, the people who live in North America, they start pay so much tax. That's the starting point of the independence movement. From next class, actually, I'm dealing with the independence. The born of USA government. Okay, I'm gonna dealing with that. Thank you for listening to my lecture. See you next time. Thank you.